Yes.
Day 2 is taking that bucket list trip from Fairbanks, Alaska, down to Denali National Park. This is the Alaska Railroad, and let's go. Good morning. Good morning. Cool hat. Welcome. Thank you. Oh, those are tiny stairs. Almost too wide for those stairs. This is way cool.
No, you have a seat number, yeah. You are 14, so this is 19. You are okay on this side.
Just don't let it fall on you.
60, 50, 40.
We're in 14.
We are in seat 13, A and B.
I'm coming that way. I can't come on, I got yellow tags for sale.
And we're across from my sister and brother-in-law. They boarded way earlier than us, didn't you?
It took us all that time to get up the steps.
This is so cool. We are on the top level of car B, and this is way fun. Okay, so what'd you have for breakfast?
Oh, awesome biscuit and gravy and reindeer sausage. Yum. What did you have for breakfast?
Strawberry?
He had blueberry pudding, bread pudding, and a Musher's mojito.
And it's very, very good.
Okay. And Roger already had a Bloody Mary. Now we're doing a bourbon old fashioned.
And breakfast part 2.
Yeah.
You didn't want anybody to know that, did you?
Yeah, we had breakfast at the hotel this morning, but here we are 2 hours later.
Gotta eat when you can when you're in the wilderness.
Yeah, you never know.
As you can see, we were all smiles. And hey, look at this. Roger even smiled. There's a lot of train noise and chatter going on in the background, so I'm just going to talk over this. As you can see, it was just mile after mile of spectacular, raw, wild beauty. If I had the volume on, you would hear that there were constant conversations going on, and that's fine. It's just that for me, I know I will probably never get to do this again. And I wanted to just soak every little bit of it in. I just couldn't get enough of it.
You said we're about an hour. Yeah.
At the beginning of the train trip, we had purchased a mile marker book, and it was a little paperback book, but there are mile markers, and I don't know that I ever got any of them on film. But we were able to tell where we were and what was going on. And by the way, Roger kind of would like you to think he was on top of the train. If you could just picture Steven Seagal, he wanted you to picture him in that same role. You're probably wondering why this got such a bubble look about it, but that was the best I could do. I did everything I could to get my camera right up to the window so it had less of that glare, but as you can see, it still was kind of blurry. But look at this. I so wish I could get that picture of the front of the train going around the corner. It would have made a great picture, but unfortunately I get the glare. And the tour guide was telling us that this is actual glacial water. It's rushing through there, and no matter what time of the year it is just a dew degree or two above freezing. So she said about 32 degrees, 33, 35 at the most. It never gets warm, and as you can get a glimpse of it, it's pretty dangerous, pretty strong wild currents, but that's what you go to Alaska to see, I suppose.
It's only a few degrees above freezing. And now we will run really fast.
I would have gotten it.
You're quicker than me.
Wow.
I saw it.
Look how sharp it is. It looks like a horse.
That worked out pretty well. That's what we're doing now.
Isn't that just about enough to take your breath away?
It's been 6 Left, went to a bar, touched it. I'd have to walk down it.
So coming up right now, we're going to cross under what's called the Moody Bridge. The Moody Bridge is how it makes us enter the Denali National Park. This bridge was built in 1970, and the Moody Bridge stands about 89 feet long and also 174 feet above the Nenana River. Looking at that Moody Bridge, as you can see, that little walk space gives people the opportunity to walk under the bridge, which is very terrifying. And also looking on our left-hand side of the river, we got some raptors out there today.
Oh, yeah.
The Nenana River is used as a rafting for Denali River rafting.
In case you couldn't understand what the tour guide was saying, this is the Moody Bridge. It's 174 feet above the river, and it is the entrance to Denali National Park. Once again, our Steven Seagal stand-in, Roger, went up on top of the train and got these great pictures of the engine before he had to get back inside. We just arrived at Denali National Park. We are so fortunate. Such a beautiful, beautiful day. High 60s, mid-June. Couldn't ask for a more perfect day. This is probably one of the biggest visitor centers we've ever seen. Denali National Park Visitor Center. Since we arrived on a train, this is the closest thing I could get to signage for the park, but it's cool to think that they consider people to visit their ambassadors to the world. This is the inside of the visitor center.
Feeling somewhat ready, so I think 145. Yeah, no rush.
Are you worn out?
145.
Nice. We probably took 30 pictures of the inside of this visitor center, but I whittled it down to 3 pictures, but it really, really was spectacular. Okay, so this is the next leg of our adventure at Denali National Park. We are going to be taking a 5-hour driving tour. And this is the group that we are part of. Our tour guide Dallin was both funny and informative.
A river with no water.
This river? This is called Teklanika.
Teklanika.
It's a braided river.
A braided river.
Braided river. You have to change your chain. Like a braid.
I hear a braided river.
And I
Makes sense now.
I probably asked 10 people.
Never people make
You know, you're talking about old folks here.
We don't remember after the last 5 minutes.
But it makes sense when you see it.
You can hear it rushing.
All those dreadlocks instead of braids.
When there's a slide, the entire road falls off the mountain. Now, when they built this road with that one goal in mind, they didn't know it at the time when they were building it, that they built 300-foot section of this road across what's called a rock glacier. A rock glacier occurs when there's a whole bunch of rocky scree, and in between the voids of all those rocks, there's glacial ice. But what does a glacier have to do to be a glacier? First week in July, that's when mating season is for bears.
In this clip, Dallin is trying to explain that bears mate multiple times to become fully pregnant, and at the very end, which I missed, he asked, now what do you call that bear? And somebody yelled out a slut. So that's where this next part is coming from.
I heard you the first time. I did not think you'd be shaming a bear today. Where's the group leader again? Group leader, come up here, please.
She's hiding. I think that was my sister.
Yeah, where are they? They don't know what time it is. Okay. But no, okay. No, not that. Your southern hospitality is not showing right now. Okay, I thought you would have said bless her heart or something, but no. So she's gonna become
I know the pictures aren't great, but we saw a mother bear, grizzly, and 2 cubs. These are doll sheep. And then we saw quite a few caribou throughout the whole trip. When we got as high as we were going to go on our tour, this is not Mount Denali, but this was so spectacular that it was worth getting out in 50-degree weather to get our picture taken with it. This is the lodge we stayed in at Denali, and unfortunately, just a few weeks after we left, there was a major fire up there and it was closed for quite some time. And this was the view off the back of our lodge, but it was so mosquito infested it was hard to be out there. Okay, here we are at the end of another very busy day. And before we finish the video, I just want to show you the cabin that we're in. It's not a cabin, it's a lodge, but it's, I wish I could tell you what river this is.
303? Coconino.
Yeah, Coconino?
No, I don't know what it is.
So, yeah, I'll finish up in a minute, but I just wanted to find out, what was your favorite part of the day?
The animals that we saw.
Yeah, the bears.
To do the bears and the moose and those little bitty squirrels that we tried to save the bus driver from running over. It was a great day.
Yeah,
okay.
It was.
She's talking about the what was it called?
Wood squirrels?
No, the tour.
Oh.
It's like a 5-hour tour where you take a bus out
wilderness
about
something.
2.5 hours and come back. And he was telling us, kind of preparing us right up front, that you're probably not going to see bears or moose, and we saw everything.
Yeah.
It was
Dow
sheep. It's a 6 million acre park, so figure the odds that you would see a mother and her cubs, caribou, saw like 5 caribou.
Yeah.
6, but you didn't stop for the last one.
Oh yeah, the last one. Doll sheep, we saw quite a few of them. A moose that seemed to run right almost.
3 of those we saw cow and calf from the train window.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So it's been a very eventful day.
Moose this afternoon.
Yeah. And the railroad. What was your favorite part of the railroad trip?
The free Bloody
The
Mary.
Bloody Marys.
Yeah, the people, all the people was extremely nice.
Yeah.
You know, we had a lot of fun on the train.
We did.
We're traveling with a group from their hometown. The bank put this together.
Fidelity.
Yeah. So it's just been a blast. The people have been very nice, and but you know, I was thinking about this on the way back. The mountains in the afternoon sun were just spectacular.
Gorgeous.
And it's one of those places where, I don't know, I've heard this before, but I don't know that I ever thought about a place that just kind of touches your soul. It's pretty powerful. So the mosquitoes are about to eat us up. So I think we're going to call it a night. As you can see, the sun is nowhere near going down. And what time is it?
Close to 10?
Almost like 3 minutes to.
Yeah, so we're tired. Our bodies are saying it's midnight, 12:30. So
Adios.
okay, so till tomorrow. See you then.